ever do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it.
We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Randy Gregory came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now Lewis selects to return it. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign of the opening drive. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
To throw is Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Stafford. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The Saints are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so he'll just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, ETN.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Prater's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Trayvon Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jackson to return. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jackson. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had 1 week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point good by Prater. And a round is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, we're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, we have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the 50 at Stafford. Quickly to Kelsey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Stafford on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, that'll be incomplete. And he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a
touchdown. Travis Kelce, 26 yards. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now down to 20. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 16, Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Prater's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a throw here to his running back. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
ETN up the middle.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Play action now. Prescott.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jalen Waddle.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Prater for the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taken from about the 12.
Oh, and Lewis lost the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come